Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Relationship Stories. Today, one person is asking us, am I an idiot for making my coworker to lose his job? But before we give our judgment, let's hear the story from his side. So, this last week, I get a coworker of mine fired for misconduct. I don't feel bad, but my coworkers are now up in arms saying who never did this an idiot. So my ex-coworker used to be a good friend of mine. I met her when I got a job here about 3 years ago and we hit it off. We were extremely close friends and I had misplaced trust in her. One thing she liked to do was take photos of us together and post them on Snapchat and Facebook. I never thought much of this and thought she was just sharing what we did like a normal person would do. I was wrong. About a month ago, a man randomly reached out to me. He claimed he was my girlfriend's brother and that he had finally tracked me down. Through a long back and forth, it turns out that my coworker has been pretending to her family and friends back in her hometown that I was her boyfriend. She had a second Facebook with her original name on it and had constructed a weird narrative in which I was her boyfriend. She claimed I was old-fashioned and did not use social media to cover up her lie. This is freaking creepy, right? I documented and archived everything and corrected the record with her brother before reporting this all to HR. I didn't feel like confronting her. I honestly did not feel like talking to her at all and I distanced myself immediately. She picked up on this quickly and started to post on her second Facebook that I had broke up with her. HR immediately transferred me away from her and kept us apart at all times. I'm guessing they told her what was going on as her Facebooks disappeared overnight and she began avoiding me like the plague. It was too late though, as this Monday she was fired for inappropriate behavior. From what HR and others have told me, she will never be working in the field again. HR has kept this as quiet as possible and has not leaked any details to anyone. The only thing my other coworkers know is that another coworker reported her for misconduct, out of work, and she got fired. Most of them are angry about this. The current opinion is that whoever did this is a spineless idiot who just ruined a girl's career for nothing. I'm never going to come out about this and have asked HR to never mention me because of this. So am I the idiot here, guys? I feel what she did was wrong and she deserved it, but am I wrong? Now my opinion about this issue is OP, no, you are not the idiot for reporting your ex-coworker's misconduct to HR. What she did was inappropriate and creepy, and it's understandable that you would want to distance yourself from her. It's also important to remember that her actions could have serious consequences, not just for you but for others as well, especially if she will continue this behavior. It's unfortunate that your other coworkers are upset, but it's not fair for them to blame you for the consequences of her actions. It's possible that they don't have the full picture and are reacting based on the incomplete information. However, it's important to remember that you did the right thing by reporting this to HR and protecting yourself from further harm. Now, we will see what our friends think about this issue. Our friend once said, "Not an idiot. I can only imagine the blow up if some dude did this with a girl coworker. I don't know, this girl pretty well betrayed your trust and put you out there without your knowledge or consent, and that could have led to some nasty stuff if she decided to take this nasty any further and lied about what was happening there. I don't think the girl had any bad intentions from it, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and she just straight up lied to you for years. How are you supposed to trust her?" Our friend too said, "Not an idiot, but it's not so much the pictures and the lie, it's that you were not in on it. I have a one good friend who asked if she could take a boyfriend selfie with me. Weird. So she explained that there are rumors at the office that she is dating someone she works with. So she wanted a pic with a guy nobody knows to help to end the rumors. She made it her Facebook pic too, again after she explained it, and I understood. I totally did not mind because she explained it all. If I had found out she was doing it without telling me though, I would have ghosted her. Hypothetically, if she had approached you about this outside work just as a favor from an acquaintance, Would you have agreed to it? To me, the creepy part is not really what she did, it's that you were not informed, and that seems like a much too big can of worms that be happening with a coworker. Story 2. My wife and I agreed from the beginning that we would be the only people in the room when she was going through the labor/birth. Her mother and I also don't get along very well, and neither of us wanted the stress the day off. There was an issue and I was late getting into the hospital. Not by a ton though, there was still 3+ hours of labor until the baby came. However, by the time I got there, my wife had called her mother and told her to come. It caused a lot of tension and made the process pretty uncomfortable for me, and thus made it harder to support my wife. We didn't get that special one-on-one time with the baby either. We initially planned on having a full day of just us, but it ended up only being a few hours, and I'm really upset about it. It's been a few weeks and my wife asked me why I'm so moody about the topic of the birth, and I exploded at her for violating the plan that we had from the beginning. She cried and blamed me for being late, and then she told me she would not discuss it further because I had yelled. Am I the idiot here, guys? My opinion about this issue is, OP, you are an idiot. It seems that both you and your wife have different perspectives on what happened during the birth of your child. While you had agreed from the beginning that it would be just the two of you in the room during labor and delivery, your wife felt it necessary to call her mother due to your late arrival. It's understandable that this unexpected change in plans has caused tension and disappointment for you. However, it's important to communicate calmly and respectfully with your wife about your feelings and work together to find a resolution. Yelling and blaming each other is not a productive way to resolve the situation. It may be helpful to seek the guidance of a counselor or therapist to work through your emotions and improve your communication. Now, we will see what our friends think about this issue. You were an idiot, OP. Holy shit. Harder to support my wife. You are not the only popping a big ass baby out. Childbirth hurts a lot and can be incredibly stressful. Your wife should have the right to have whoever makes the process easier in the room with her. Also, you were late. You just want her to suffer alone because having her mother there will make you uncomfortable? Jesus Christ, I can't believe this, OP. You are the idiot here. Our friend too said, you are an idiot. You are the idiot here. Even if you had not been late, if she felt like she needed her mom in the room, that's her call. You should be happy for anything that will help your wife to get through the birth in a more comfortable way, and for her, that's having her mom with her. Story 3 is, me, roommate 22 female and I 24 female have been living together for 6 months, and so far everything has been so gravy. We are friends from college, like our own lives, and both do our share of the chores around the apartment. A few days ago, my roommate, we will call her Claire, brought home an emu egg. We live in rural Australia, so seeing an emu egg is not that a big deal. But then she told me she found it on a mound in the bush. I'm like, holy sheep, this is an actual live emu in here? She just shrugged. I said it was freaked up to just take an egg that had a chick in it. She told me she thought it was abandoned and she was gonna try to get it to hatch. Now at this point I pretty much washed my hands of the situation. I didn't like having this egg around, but I was not gonna sabotage my living situation over it. She would keep it in her room under a heat lamp. She has a pet lizard that needs one, so I had hardly see it. Now one day I come from work and I'm completely wrecked cause I work on my feet all day. I walk over to the couch and sit down on this U-shaped cushion we have had forever and put some trash TV on. Of course, I ended up falling asleep lying on the couch. Flash forward to a couple of hours later, I wake up to Claire prodding me in the shoulder. I open my eyes and she is glaring straight at me, holding the egg right in my face. There is a tiny chink poked out of it and the baby emu's beak is legit coming through. I scream and ask her why the frick she is holding a hatching animal in my face. She tells me that she left the egg in the U-shaped cushion to incubate, and that by sleeping on it for ages, I had hatched it. She said it was the egg's cooling period. By sitting on it, I caused it to hatch premature. I told her she should cool her period and that she did not know what she was talking about. I think she was just mad that I hatched the egg and not her. And she is talking about me leaving the apartment. The lease is in her name over this. I feel like it was an honest mistake and she should not have stolen the egg and left it on the couch in the first place. So please tell me guys, am I the idiot here? My opinion about this issue is not an idiot, but this is a little ridiculous. Does she expect it never hatch? What is her plan with it? When it does hatch, and why does it change if it hatches at a time she considers yearly? Also, she is placing it in the way of normal living, not on a random shelf. You did this entirely without knowing by accident. And it probably is not even hatching due to you. You are fine as to what to do about the situation. Also, cool her period. I'm freaking dying. That's hilarious to read and I hope this is a true story as well. Now we will see what our friends think about this issue. Our friend once said, "Not an idiot, but you two better resolve this peacefully for the emu's sake. You both are co-mothers now, so congratulations mothers." Update from OP. My friend got really mad when I said that because apparently she is on her period. Then she demanded how I knew she was and that started a whole new argument. I should also probably add that the baby Yumu is healthy and has been named Fred.